welcome guys. I'm Luke Martin with ChopstickTravel.com, and today is day 2 of our series here in Chongqing, China. So right now we are in this crazy hectic vegetable market, just checking it out on our way to a restaurant this morning, and we are going to have a whole day of eating and a little bit of sightseeing, so I'm really excited, so let's go. Okay, so we're actually just going to stop here on our way to the place that we're going to have breakfast because we saw something that looks really interesting that I've never tried before. It's sort of like a sesame ball. So she's cooking up in a lot of oil, so it's probably going to be a little bit greasy, but I do want to try it because it seems like a popular spot, so we're going to order one up. So we've ordered up our sesame ball, and I asked her what it was called. She said it was called ma yue or something like that. So if you guys know what that means, let me know in the comment box. I don't know if it's stuffed with anything, and it's really hot and just coated with sesame seeds, but it was pretty popular. They were selling out, so let's just take a big bite and try this. I think it's mochi. I think it's deep fried mochi. It's really gooey, sticky. Here, let me kind of rip it open for you. Can you see that? It's got like really sticky kind of mochi. So I think that's pounded rice cake, coated in sesame seeds, and then deep fried. Oh yeah, it is. Actually, that's really good. It's a little bit sweet and has a really strong sesame flavor. I like that. Wow, that surprised me a lot. I did not expect that to be mochi. I definitely thought it was gonna be batter. So we are slowly making our way through this market. It seems particularly busy today. If you didn't watch yesterday's episode, make sure to check that out. I'll put a link in the description box, and yeah, you can go see. Yesterday we walked through the same market and we did a little bit of snacking here too. So we've got what we came for, and as I mentioned, this is one of, if not the most iconic Chongqing food. This is a Xiaomian, which is small noodles. The translation, this one specifically is Huazaimen, which is these yellow pea noodles. So we just waited in a crazy busy line for this, but man, it was worth it. Check this out. So there is yellow peas, some minced braised pork, and then these noodles, and then underneath there is where all the magic's going on. There is a ton of chili oil. I also saw her put some Sichuan peppercorns in, and a little bit of vegetables. You put some salt, some MSG, and some pickles. So let's just stir this guy around because that's definitely what needs to happen. Oh man, check that out. Oh yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to give these a good mixing. Those peas look super soft already, and I haven't even tried them yet. So gotta get this completely coated in that chili oil. We are sitting street side here. Really cool spot. Oh man, this looks really good. And I can smell the Sichuan peppercorn. She kind of put ground Sichuan peppercorn in there. Tons of chili oil, maybe 2 or 3 different kinds of chili actually. And just check out all that meat under there. Oh, that is beautiful. That is a beautiful bowl of noodles. Okay, we are all mixed up, and guys, my mouth is watering so bad. I can smell those Sichuan peppercorns. So this spot we just walked by yesterday, and there was a huge line just like there is today. So we thought that this would be a good place to try the famous Xiaomian. So let's try these out. Oh man, that is so good. Instantly, your mouth is just tingling from those Sichuan peppercorns. That ground pork in there has like a really braised kind of like star anise Chinese spices flavor, but super, super tender. And then those noodles are also just have an amazing kind of mouth feel to them. That is, I'd probably say that's like a 6 or 7 out of 10 on the spicy scale. But man, that is really, really good. These noodles are super mouth-watering. I don't know if I got any peas in that one, but I think there's some in this bite, so let's try another bite.
Very nice.
Guys, this is an amazing bowl of noodles, like really, really like world-class noodles here. And this is super sloppy. You gotta be careful not to get it all over yourself. But man, those peas in there too are just ridiculously soft. Kind of just turn to mush in your mouth, but in a good way. And my mouth is so tingling from those Sichuan peppercorns. Oh, these are to die for noodles. Okay, just finished off with our first Chongqing Xiaomian experience. Those noodles were absolutely beautiful. So delicious. My mouth is completely numb right now. But that was a lot of fun. We're gonna go walk around and see if we can find anything else to eat. But we wanted to check out a place here in Chongqing where we can fly our drone and hopefully get some pretty cool views. So maybe we'll go there right now. So Sabrina and I just jumped in a taxi and we are heading to a place here in Chongqing called the People's Assembly Hall. It's this really big, beautiful building from the pictures that I've seen. Hopefully we'll be able to get the drone up in the air and show you guys an aerial view as well. So we've made it to the People's Assembly Hall here in Chongqing. This is a really famous landmark here in the city. It was built in 1954 and yeah, it's just beautiful. It's got this massive roof with this kind of big golden ball on top of it. Finished off with our time here at the People's Assembly Hall. That was a lot of fun and hopefully those drone shots turned out well. Really cool place. It's a popular tourist attraction, but it also just seems to be like the local hangout. Everyone's doing all kinds of things, flying kites, walking their dog, going rollerblading. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And now we picked out a spot to have lunch and I'm hoping we're gonna have some really authentic Chongqing food. So let's go there right now. Okay guys, we are at our next location today for some lunch and we are at like the definition of local restaurant. This is a typical Chongqing fly restaurant and it's sort of a help yourself kind of place. There's a lot of these small dishes, like hundreds and hundreds of tiny plates and they're all filled with delicious looking Sichuan Chongqing style food. And we are on the second level of this restaurant. So there's a downstairs and then the upstairs, and both downstairs and upstairs are absolutely packed with locals. So this looks like a really good spot. I'm excited to try it out. So let me show you all the different dishes we've got here. So over here we've got a braised tofu, kind of shredded and then just doused in chili oil. That looks really good and I can smell it. It's super fragrant. Over here, I think this is radish. I'm not exactly sure. It looks like there's some ginger in there, ginger or garlic, and then some chili obviously as well. And then over here, I believe this is a pig's ear, also with garlic or ginger, probably garlic, and then some cilantro, some green onions, and then there's some chili underneath there too. That looks really good. And then this is the most popular dish, it seems here. Everyone's eating this. This is the seaweed or the kelp soup with pork ribs. So this all looks really good. That looks amazing. This is such a cool location. I'm really excited to dig into this. Okay, let's try out this shredded tofu here. Looks really good. Completely smothered in chili oil. Oh. Not too spicy. It has a really nice firm texture. And there's a little bit of that kind of Chinese spice going on in there from being braised. Okay, next up is this. I'm not exactly sure. If you guys know, let me know, but I think it's radish. And there is a lot of chili going on there. That's gonna be a spicy bite. All right, let's try that. I think that's radish. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's a little bit salty. It tastes nice with the cilantro, and it actually wasn't as spicy as I thought it would be. Next up is the pig's ear with, I think it's ginger. We'll get a couple pieces here. Try it out. That's a lot of garlic. Not ginger, garlic. And that actually has a really nice texture. It's kind of bouncy, chewy, but not like slimy at all. It's very firm. Actually, that's pretty good for pig's ear. Next up is the soup, and there are some big chunks of ribs in there, lots of seaweed, and man, that just has a really milky consistency. I'm guessing it was a bone broth, and I saw in the back kitchen there a massive kind of cauldron boiling away this soup. So let's try it with some of the kelp. Oh, that's really nice. It almost has like a bonito flavor to it. It's a little bit fishy, almost a little bit smoky, and then that seaweed is nice and tender. It just breaks apart in your mouth. Let's try one of the ribs. Actually, that's got a lot of meat on it for a tiny rib. Oh, check that out. Oh, got all the meat off that bone. There was a little bit of cartilage in that bite, but other than that, pretty tender. It's really soaked up the flavor. Okay, so we just finished off with our meal. That was really cool, and they kind of let us come back into the kitchen, do a little bit of filming, and I thought what I saw was the big cauldron of soup, but I was wrong. It's actually a massive pot of doughball. That is gonna be the biggest pot of silken tofu I've ever seen. Unfortunately, we didn't order any and we're pretty full, so maybe we'll have to come back next time. But then also they've got all their dishes just steaming away right here. This is really such a local spot. Super cool to be inside the kitchen. So we are just back at our Airbnb taking a little break after lunch today, and we are going tonight to have something called Chuan Chuan, another very famous Chongqing dish. So let me show you what that is. Okay, we are at the Chuan Chuan place, and as you can see, there's just so many of these sticks. So these sticks are skewered with all kinds of different vegetables, all kinds of different meats, and you just take a ton of these, and then we are going to dip them into a super spicy hot pot, and that is Chuan Chuan. So let's pick some of these. Okay, we're gonna get some of these lotus roots, some mushrooms, take a handful of those, maybe some more mushrooms. Oh yeah, what do we got here? Some of these lettuce, pumpkin, more pumpkins, and what is this?
I don't know. Let's try it.
Heart? Oh, I don't know, but that looks really good. Let's get some of those. And then this is all the super spicy chicken meat down here. Check that out. It's all just coated in chili. So I think this is chicken skin over here. Get a couple of these. And a couple of those. And this is some pork underneath here. I think these are Aigu pork ribs. Grab some of these, and then grab some of this beef. Man, those look super spicy. And we'll get some tofu as well. So that should be everything. Man, this looks awesome, and we got a ton of sticks. Check that out. So we've got our hot pot here, it's bubbling away. As you can see, we've got a half spicy and half not spicy kind, but man, those both look good, especially that spicy one. And next step of the Chuan Chuan process is to make our sauce. So she's given me this oil, if I can open it. There. She's giving me this special oil, and the Chongqing specialty includes a lot of oil. So that's the base of our sauce. Then we gotta go over to the sauce station over here. So we've got some green onions, cilantro, and garlic. A bunch of garlic in there. And then some chilies, which looks super spicy, so I'm gonna go easy on these. Okay, that's okay. And then, not exactly sure what this is here, but she put a little bit in this, or she recommended we put a little bit in this. Some salt, I believe. And then, or maybe that's sugar actually. And then some soy sauce. And that is the Chongqing specialty sauce. So our hot pot is just bubbling away. It's just about time to put our sticks in, and it's pretty common here in Chongqing to get one side that's not spicy and one side that is spicy, because you're pretty brave if you're going for this straight on spice. There's so many Sichuan peppercorns floating around in there and massive chilies. So let's just take our sticks here and start throwing them in. Okay, I believe it is time to dig into this Chuan Chuan, and guys, I just can't get over how much Sichuan peppercorn and chili is just floating around in here. Well, I should say bubbling around in here, and this is a fiery looking hot pot. So I'm just gonna go in blindly here and grab one at random, see what I get. So, oh, it looks like, I'm not even really sure. It's just completely saturated. And I see a lot of other people actually taking it and putting it on their rice. So that's what I'll do here. Transfer that onto my rice and put this one over here, I guess. Now let's try that. I think this is the pork rib. So let's give that a try. There should be a bone in the middle. There's not much meat on that, but man, that is completely saturated with the flavor of that fiery broth. Let me tell you, that is spicy. That is more spicy than mouth-numbing initially anyway. I'd probably give that a 7 out of 10. Not as much meat as I kind of wish, but I think it's sort of shriveled up after you put it in there. But man, that is super, super spicy, but full of flavor. Okay, I'm gonna mix this sauce around. You guys saw us mix it up so you know everything that's in there, and it looks really oily, but apparently that's the Chongqing specialty. I'm gonna grab another skewer, and yeah, so you can see the meat is pretty small, but it's really flavorful. It just shrivels up after cooking. So take that off the skewer, dunk it in the sauce, and let's try that. Oh, I think that was liver. I think that was chicken liver. It's actually really good. It's got a firm texture. That wasn't as spicy as the first bite I had. And now I'm starting to feel that mouth-numbing tingliness of that Sichuan peppercorn. Really good though. Okay, we're working our way through this Chuan Chuan hot pot, and we've been focusing our first attention on the spicy side. And let me tell you, that is building, probably an 8 now. So let's take something from the not spicy side. Maybe I'll go for a lotus root. I love lotus root. It's an incredible ingredient. Let's try this. That broth is very subtle. It's nice though. It's almost creamy. And I love the texture of lotus root. It's like the in-between of a cucumber and a potato. It's not as crisp as a cucumber, but not as starchy as a potato. It's right in the middle. It's really a beautiful ingredient. That pot is obviously not spicy at all, but it really has a nice flavor, it's slightly salty, and it's nice to contrast that with the super spicy other side. Whew. Guys, this is some super spicy hot pot, but we are loving it. Street side here in Chongqing, enjoying this Chuan Chuan hot pot. I think that's gonna be it for today's video. We are stuffed. We had an amazing day today. I hope you guys have been enjoying this vlog style video. We want to try out something new so that we can bring you more content, more regular content. So please leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. Oh, my mouth is tingling. I'm like, my mouth is watering right now because it's so numb from these Sichuan peppercorns. I'm having a hard time speaking. But also another thing I wanted to mention is that in May, Sabrina and I will be having a meetup in Taipei. So if you're in Taipei, leave a comment down below, let me know if you're interested in going. I'm going to post the specific date on my Instagram, so make sure to follow me on Instagram. The links are all down below too. So that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave us a thumbs up, let us know everything you want down in the comment box, and subscribe because we have a lot more videos coming. We are heading to Xiang, China next, and we are super pumped. We are loving it here in China. So yeah, stay tuned. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.